Live from KSAT12, the News at Noon starts right now.
And we start with this new news at noon. A sheriff's deputy transporting a prisoner involved in a crash. Officers tell us it happened this morning at a Highway 90 in Loop 1604. Police on the scene told us that the deputy was driving a van and may have run a red light. That's when the van was T-boned by another driver in a silver car.
A third vehicle swerved to avoid the crash and ended up hitting a pole. Of the people involved, only 2 were hurt, the driver in the silver car and the prisoner that was in the van. Police say both of them have minor injuries.
A group of House Republicans are here in Texans on the border to get a first-hand look at the issues affecting border communities. That group includes the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson.
The group is set to hold a press conference this afternoon in Eagle Pass. We have a crew on the ground there this noon, Daniela Ibarra, with what these lawmakers will experience today and what border communities hope comes next.
More than 60 House representatives are set to come here to Eagle Pass. That includes Speaker Mike Johnson, who says he wants to see the crisis for himself. But when he gets here, he won't see much. A couple weeks ago, the field here, it was filled with migrants at its peak, 2,400, some of them waiting overnight. But on Monday, officials say that there were around 500 migrants who crossed into this sector of the border. That's a big difference from Sunday when they saw 1,000 migrants. Now, a lot of people here, they were hoping that these representatives or people from the federal government were to come here when things were at its worst 2 weeks ago, but that hasn't happened. And so the people here in Eagle Pass, they really hope that this visit is more than just a photo op. They want to see meaningful change. Now, we're going to carry this visit for you live on KSAT's YouTube page and KSAT+. Reporting in Eagle Pass, Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
And once again, our coverage continues online. Just scan the QR code to see more from our crew along the border, including a behind-the-scenes look as they prepare for that delegation to arrive.
Back here in San Antonio, live look outside, 49 degrees. We saw lots of rain, which was very welcomed here.
So nice to see. The rain came down pretty heavily in spots yesterday. We picked up some good numbers, even at the airport, about 3/4 of an inch. We overachieved a little bit, some places an inch plus. Great way to start the year. And look at the aquifer. It's up 1/2 foot today, 639.7. A double bonus here. The aquifer's up. Mountain cedar is down. The rain washed some of that pollen out of the atmosphere, so it is doubly good. As we look at the satellite picture, we've still got a lot of clouds. On the back side of this storm system that brought the rain, we've got cloud cover that is moving north to south, and it still continues to blanket most of Bexar County, which is going to keep temperatures down today. 50 degrees right now, 46 in Kerrville, 51 in New Braunfels, and temperatures aren't going to move a whole lot from what you see there, just because the cloud cover is not going to allow us to warm up. So a coolish day, 47 in Helotes, 45 Bernie Stage, 45 right now in Bulverde. And our forecast calls for 53, maybe 54, somewhere in that range, mostly cloudy this afternoon. And then mostly cloudy tonight. Temperatures slip back down into the 40s by tomorrow morning. And then clouds are going to thicken up even more so tomorrow. And by tomorrow evening, we've got rain chances back in the forecast. Not only that, another chance starting early next week, and that could bring some interesting weather with it as well. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. New this noon, police in Fredericksburg want to find a suspect who they say shot and killed someone during a robbery at a convenience store. Take a look at your screen. These are surveillance images police posted on Facebook. Officers say they want to find this person. The trouble started when a suspect walked into a store along South State Highway 16. Police say the person walked to the back, put on a mask, and then went to the front of the store and fired a gun, shooting the victim. That person later died. Meantime, police say the suspect demanded cash from a store clerk. The suspect took off with the money. If you can help police in this case, call the police department at 830-997-7585.
San Antonio firefighters say they found a man where no one should have been. They ended up rescuing him from a burning house overnight, and that house supposed to be vacant. Katrina Weber tells us the man is now in the hospital being treated for smoke inhalation and burns.
Looks were deceiving here in the 800 block of South San Bernardo. What appeared to be more smoke than anything else coming from a vacant house actually packed a potent punch. San Antonio firefighters who arrived after 1:30 this morning found flames consuming the back of the house and a man inside it. They had to rescue him first before putting out the flames. They say the man who's in his 40s suffered smoke inhalation and minor burns and was rushed to a hospital. The damage to the home itself became even more clear after daylight. There was not much left beyond the front of it. The boards on the windows and even the no trespassing sign show that this house was supposed to be off limits. But firefighters say that man somehow found a way inside, and they believe he had been living there. What they could not say right away is what caused the fire, although they believe it started on the backside of the house. Fire investigators will be taking over now, trying to pinpoint what sparked it. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
San Antonio police have arrested a man accused of killing someone over a rent disagreement. 37-year-old Sean Pavanka was arrested yesterday for killing 41-year-old David Beck last month on West Wasatch Avenue near Blanco and Fredericksburg Road. Pavanka's girlfriend was Beck's landlord, and she was trying to evict him. Police say Beck actually won the appeal and planned to show his landlord proof the day he was killed. But investigators say when Pavanka confronted Beck, things escalated.
Made a fist and swung towards the victim, stopping inches before his face. The victim pulled, stepped back and said, "Hey, take it easy, don't hit me."
Both men were armed. Investigators say Pavanka shot Beck, and video evidence showed it wasn't in self-defense. As for Beck, his widow said he was a bartender and that he also leaves behind a 4-year-old child and a baby on the way.
A state alert system used to find missing adults who are believed to be in harm's way, known as Clear Alert, was used over a week ago in the search for a missing pregnant woman. Leon Valley police say they were contacted on Friday, December 22nd for a welfare check on Savannah Soto and her unborn child. Police say Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, were last seen the day before in a vehicle in their apartment complex. When KSAT reached out to police that weekend on Christmas Eve, they were told that there was no missing report and there was no cause for concern. Then, on Christmas Day, police issued the Clear Alert.
Leon Valley police declined our request to go on camera to answer why the Clear Alert was not issued sooner. Allison Steele helped the Clear Alert become law in 2019. It honors her daughter, who was murdered.
The goal is to save as many lives as possible by issuing those alerts that can be issued for missing people in real time.
She explains that there's a list of criteria that have to be met before a Clear Alert can be issued to the public. You can read what the criteria is on KSAT.com. And a spokesperson from Harlandale ISD says one of its trustees is resigning after being arrested over the holiday break. Harlandale ISD says Christine Carrillo submitted her resignation from the school board. San Antonio police arrested her for allegedly assaulting a family member. Police say the two got into an argument, which escalated into a fight. Investigators say the victim didn't want to press charges. The school district called Carrillo's arrest a, quote, very unfortunate situation and is discussing next steps to fill Carrillo's spot. The next Harlandale ISD school board meeting is on January 10th.
The Spurs starting the new year the way they ended the old year. Not good. We've got some highlights. Have some of those coming up.
A new year and more construction. That includes a well-traveled San Antonio street. A look at the project that could have you changing up your commute. Welcome back. Construction on a major San Antonio street continues. 2 sections of Lower Broadway are closed starting today. RJ Marquez walks us through the latest phase of the project and how to get around the closure.
All right, well, it's a new year, and that means a new round of construction, especially for people in the Broadway area. We're talking about the Lower Broadway corridor kind of construction that's been taking place over the past year or so. We have new construction that's going to start today and run through at least March of this year. Hopefully that is going to be the case. The 2 sections here include 6th Street to McCullough. That will now be closed. 4th Street to Pecan, that will be closed as well. So just want to kind of highlight this area there. Of course, Pecan Street a little bit further south and McCullough a little bit further north. But Broadway in these two areas going to be closed down through at least March. So take a look at some drone video that we shot the other day. Some of our photojournalists went out there. Just want to give you a heads up here that even though the north and southbound parts of Broadway in that area will be closed, the eastbound and westbound traffic will still be open there. That includes Broadway and 4th Street, Broadway and 6th Street, and Broadway and Brooklyn Avenue. But as you can see from this drone video, this has been an ongoing thing that a lot of people that live and work around the Broadway area are kind of dealing with throughout, that have been dealing with for months. So take you back outside to our maps right now. And again, just want to remind you real quick, 6th Street to McCullough, 4th Street to Pecan on Broadway Street. Those are some new closures that are going to be starting to take place today. Hopefully they wrap things up by March of 2024. So hopefully you stay safe. We'll have more information on this on KSAT12.
Outside with live cam, outside doing some chores yesterday, thunder and light. I was like, man, did I just miss like January, February, went right into spring? And then, of course, you wake up today and it's like, okay, now we're back to January.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it. You know, we had some small hail in spots. It was a little loud, but the rain was so welcome. We didn't have any severe weather, so we're thankful for that. But just good rainfall. The aquifers we showed you is up half a foot, 639.7. And then the other positive to this, Mount Cedar's down. Now, I know it's still in the high category, but it is way down from where it was 2 days ago. Will we get more rain? The answer is yes. We'll show you when and where coming up.
Let's go downtown Market Square. Mike and Fiona, Christmas and New Year's is over. They had some like normal questions.
Oh.
I don't know what happened, but now we're into some weird sounding questions.
No.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay.
I mean, he's like Willy Wonka right now. It's chocolate.
Well, what's the question?
So the question is, which weird food do you like with chocolate that you like to pair it with or put chocolate on top of?
Oh, no, just the chocolate. Just give me the chocolate.
Just the chocolate?
Anything else with that?
So this is, because this is the real, I mean, this is like Swiss chocolate. This came from the Andes and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Base.
Oh, yeah. We're going to tell you about that. But yeah, I mean, some people have, what do you like? You like
Bacon.
bacon with
Covered
chocolate. You ever
chocolate.
had that?
No.
It's great.
I'm not
You got
wasting
bacon,
the
you got
bacon, and I'm
chocolate.
not
Can't go
wasting the
wrong.
chocolate.
Or just the chocolate, like you said. So anyway, maybe chocolate covered strawberries. I know that doesn't sound all that weird. So let us know. Scan that QR code, and we're going to tell you all about. I mean, this is these. Oh my goodness gracious! If you like chocolate, this segment is for you.
What's in that bowl besides chocolate? What's in there?
Nothing. It's just chocolate.
A spatula.
A spatula. He wants me to pour some of it into his mouth.
I want to. I'm dying. I could just drink this right now. So look at that.
I had to ask.
It's like liquid silk in here.
Okay, all right. Well, keep stirring. We'll
Yeah,
see
I will.
y'all in a little while.
Some trail mix, some
There was
different.
something else in, because that was what weird do you like with your chocolate? I thought maybe there was something weird in the bowl with the chocolate.
Just chocolate.
Just chocolate.
Just chocolate.
All right.
Chocolate and marshmallows. A good combination. It's not weird, but it's a good s'more. A good s'more.
Define weird.
Exactly.
We just learned David likes all his foods separate.
Separate. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at the rainfall from yesterday. 0.72. We nearly picked up 3/4 of an inch of rain at the airport. Wow, that is good. Great way to start the year. We're above average now. Of course, we're digging out of a big hole that we've developed over the last couple of years. But I will tell you that this rainfall, that's already more than we received last January in 2023. So this is not bad. This is a good way to kick off the year. And we have more rain chances on the way again Thursday night. We're going to have some showers and drizzle. It may not add up to a whole lot, but at least we're getting kind of consistent here with some rain chances throughout the 7-day forecast. Right now we've got cloudy skies and it's chilly out there. Temperatures holding right at 50 at the airport. Still in the 40s in Bernie and Kerrville, and there's still a northerly wind, so it feels pretty chilly out there. We've had a wind chill for most of the morning. Not a wind chill at the moment because once you reach 50, there's no longer a wind chill. But Bernie stage 39, 47 in Comfort, 41 in Kerrville. That's what it feels like when you factor in that northerly breeze. KSAT 12-hour forecast, 52 at 2 o'clock, 53 at 3 and 4 o'clock. That's probably our high temperature. There will be a few peaks of sun, but not much here in San Antonio. Now, as you go west, there is some sun from places like Del Rio and Eagle Pass. Mostly cloudy tonight. Temperatures dip back down into the 40s. And tomorrow, still lots of clouds. You see the clouds here. And so cloudy conditions, San Antonio, Bandera, Kerrville into the hill country. Uvalde, a little bit of sun for you, and then Del Rio and Eagle Pass, sunny there. So temperatures are obviously going to be a little bit warmer. As we look at the big picture here, the upper level low that brought us the rain yesterday is quickly moving east, producing showers across parts of Alabama and Georgia now. And then on the backside of it, we're getting those clouds, and that's one of the reasons it's just so chilly today. We're going to be watching our next storm system, which is gathering strength out over parts of California. This is the one that brings us some showers tomorrow evening. Nothing today, it's just clouds. And then tomorrow we start off probably with a little bit of fog, but notice the clouds thicken up. And so by 5 o'clock tomorrow, we start to see a few light showers, then that picks up overnight. This is midnight Friday, showers, some drizzle. And then as this works east, probably picking up in intensity just a little bit. We could see some thunderstorms across our eastern counties by early Friday morning, but here in San Antonio, all this rain gets out of here by Friday morning, and by Friday afternoon, we're looking at a pretty nice day and a pretty nice weekend, I might add. This system, this is the one on Friday, moves away, and then the weekend's pretty quiet. We don't have anything to worry about. Then, as we get into next week, here comes another one, and this one is really going to pack a punch. It's a dynamic system. Moves into Texas. It does bring us a small window for rain. I think that's during the day on Monday. But the bigger story with this is going to be the threat for some severe weather to our east, snow on the north side of this thing, including the Texas Panhandle, and for us, more specifically, wind. At this point, we could see wind gusts 40 miles per hour, maybe a little bit higher as we head into Monday night, Tuesday morning. So I think it's worth noting that if you have not taken down the Christmas decorations yet, do it this weekend, because this wind is going to blow everything around. Look at this wind gust forecast by one of our computer models by Tuesday. Gusts to 47 miles per hour. This will be out of the northwest. We'll see what that does to Mountain Cedar too. Okay, 53 Thursday, 60% chance of rain Thursday night, 68 Friday. A good looking weekend, upper 60s, quite a bit of sun. But that storm system comes in Monday with another 30% chance of rain, and then turning windy and cooler by Tuesday.
We were talking about chocolate. How about hot chocolate right now with this weather?
That's what I'm talking about, with some marshmallows.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Well, we know what y'all are talking about. We're going to talk about the Texans. They're on the brink of making history. And also, when we come back, the end of an era at UTSA. And the Spurs open the new year on the road, looking for a new start. They were in Memphis, taking on John Morant and the Grizzlies. Taking the third quarter, Spurs trailing by 2. Victor Wembanyama. Did you see that shot? Here, watch this. Off the left leg, in, out, in, out, in. Look, this is the best shot of the year right there. Backboard, rim, in. They were leading 51-50, came all the way from 10 down after that shot. Fourth quarter, Grizzlies growled, Morant right to win. Ooh. That kid can play. Look at this, right in, right at Wemby. All right, here's your final score. Spurs, and there's another one from Wemby, though. All right, got him back a little bit, but Memphis ends up with the win, 106-98. San Antonio, Wembanyama had 20 points. And San Antonio is now 5-19 against Western Conference teams. They are 5-28 overall.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
And the Houston Texans head to the final game of the regular season in a three-way tie for the top spot of the AFC South. They are tied with Indianapolis and Jacksonville. Still a lot can happen when it comes to winning the division and making the playoffs. The Texans looking for a playoff spot for the first time since 2019. If Houston beats the Colts, they're in. If they beat the Colts and the Jaguars lose or tie, the Texans would win the AFC South Division title. Houston could tie the Colts and get in as long as Jacksonville loses and Pittsburgh either loses or ties. There are a lot of different ways this thing could shape up. So here's the easy part. As they get ready for that rematch, the easy way to get in is just win on Saturday. Rookie C.J. Stroud, pretty excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to have fun. I think, like I was saying earlier, it's just go be myself. Go be ourselves. Go just put it on the field, and there's nothing to lose. There's a lot to lose, but in my mindset, there's nothing to lose. What's the worst that can happen? By playing hard and playing fast. So we don't doubt ourselves. We really think we can win this game, and that's the plan. So we'll go out there and just execute.
That young guy right there should be the rookie of the year. Texans and Colts kick off 7:15 Saturday night. You can see the game live right here on KSAT12. And after having things fall into place last Saturday for the Cowboys, they have one regular season left. And all of that sudden, it means a whole lot more than just a playoff spot. They'll be on the road against the Commodores. I don't know if they're going to bring the whole band or just a few of the singers. I don't know where that came from. The Commanders. The Cowboys. People say, what? The Cowboys clinch the NFC East with a win. Dallas currently holds the 2 seed in the NFC East, and the Philadelphia Eagles fell to the 5th seed after they got beat by the Cardinals. Yes, the Cardinals, the really bad Cardinals. They only had 3 wins until they beat the Eagles. The division was the Eagles to lose, but after Dallas' emotional win over Detroit, head coach Mike McCarthy knew exactly what was on the table.
Yes, I mean, it's nothing surprises me. You know, I was there rooting for the Cardinals all the way, my wife and I, in the 4th quarter. But no, you see it all the time. I mean, it's just such a competitive league.
So the question is, will this be easy like Sunday morning? The clincher for the Cowboys kicks off Sunday, 3:25, FedEx Field. Did you get that one? I hope somebody did. Hey, after a long and pretty successful career, former UTSA star quarterback Frank Harris announced on social media that he has decided to retire from the game of football. Harris saying football has taught him so much, but after 10 surgeries, his body has been through a lot, and while having no regrets, he believes it's the best move on the sport. On to a new chapter of his life. Harris is also a Clemens Buffalo. Hard to remember, but yes, he did go to Clemens. He owns 38 school records at UTSA, not to mention leading them to their first bowl win just last month. So congratulations to Frank Harris. Great decision. He should be a part of that UTSA program, hopefully for years and years to come, if that's what he decides that he wants to do. So they would love to have him.
Well, it's a new year.
Yep.
A lot can happen.
Yes, it can.
Now, new today at 5. If you're a coffee drinker, then you know one of the things about coffee besides the aroma and flavor, it's going to be hot. We're going to show you some products that could help your cup of joe from losing its steam without heating it up in the microwave. Today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight.